Hi everybody, it's Laura. Welcome back to my channel. I want to thank everybody for watching the video. Today's Tuesday, and I'm recording this, and I've already, gotten quite a few views, and I'm very, very thankful for everybody. I know everybody's like doing a lot today, and a lot of things going on, and I want to thank everybody for watching the video today. So, I made this gorgeous bracelet. It's very simple. And I like the design, and I have these two mountain ones that I want to do. I love, love, love this north, south, west, east to west charm. And then I have these two mountain charms. I think I'm going to make these into earrings, but we are going to go ahead and make a bracelet, and it is also going to fasten in the front, but I'm going to add this as a dangle also in the front. On typical Laura fashion, I did not bring over the rest of my closures and things, but we'll get them here in a minute. I am going to use this mix here. At first, when I started thinking about this, I was like, I'm going to take the golds out. The golds may not fit, but I don't know, maybe not use too many of the golds, but I definitely want to use the greens, the purples, maybe a little bit of the golds, but definitely the greens and the purples. So, I'm going to try to pull some of these golds out because the golds seem to be more prominent in this mix than the purples, which I really love that purple. So I'm trying to pull some of them golds back off my bead mat. I don't want so many of those. Like I said, there's a ton of the gold. And I really want more purple. But I don't know how many I'm actually going to need. So we'll just kind of spill that out. And I do want some of the seed beads. I am making this a triple strand instead of a double strand. I'm going to set those extra gold off to the side. Like I said, I have these right here. I also have the silver and the others right here. Now I lost my train of thought. With this being a triple strand, I'm probably going to do this a little bit different, not a whole lot different than this one here, but I absolutely love these colors and the simplicity of doing this with the front closure. People can close it easier, I think, with the way this is going to be made. And yeah, I think it's going to be pretty. I think it's going to turn out gorgeous. I am using this ultraviolet purple blue color beading wire that came from BB Craft. I am going to pull off enough to make 3 strands. 1, 2, I think that will do me right there. Let me go ahead and just measure this real quick. So what I'm wanting is about 6, 8, that's 9, 10 inches per strand. That's a lot more than I had before, so maybe I only had like 9 inches out here. So let's do that. I guess I didn't have a full like 10 inches earlier on the other bracelet. I must have only had like 9. Because we're not using a full strand, this is going to take up quite a bit of our bracelet, but you want to stop and realize we are also going to be doing some crimping and folding over our wire. So I have 3 strands, approximately 9 inches a piece. Yeah, that looks like what I had the last time, so perfect. Okay, let me go get my clasping and I'll be right back with you. Okay, I also have set aside some of my Stop It beads. These are a crimp bead that has a little plunger. I love these. They make the jewelry look so much nicer than using an actual crimp bead and all that. I struggle with the wire guardians and all that, so it's fabulous to have that. So what we're going to do is, these are so much easier to do than making sure the stars and the moons are the right direction. These are mountains. I'm just going to mirror them. And that's about all I need to do, and make sure they're upside right. Because 4 does not go through. We know that. So we know 6 is not going to go through. This project is going to take 6 of your Stop It beads. I think what I'm going to do, because these are really expensive, these are the ones from Bead Box Bargains, and it is $4 for 10. I'm going to switch over and just use the ones from Amazon. I paid $14 for 50 silver and 50 gold. It's a lot less expensive, and when I'm doing a bracelet like this that I won't be charging a whole lot for, the last thing I want to do is to pay a huge amount of money for Stop It beads. So I'm placing my Stop It bead on, and I'm going to need to give a little more space than I did on the other one, because these beads are going to take up a little more real estate. So I'm going to simply put him on and give myself a little more room right here next to my focal piece. I'm going to hold it in place, and I am going to use my crimping pliers. I'm going to put it in the very last divot, the big one. Make sure he's standing upright, which he does not want to do. He wants to roll and move. So I kind of want to hold him in place. Oh, seriously, are you kidding me? I'm going to hold him from the other way so I can see where he's at. And I like using the colored wire because that will blend in with project. Line up everything. Make sure he's standing upright. Because if he's not going to stand upright, he's not... Come on, little dude, agree with me. If he doesn't stand upright, the plunger's not going to go down. So I'm pressing down on the plunger. I'm going to bring it out to the very end and press down again. I'm going to give it a tug test. It's on there tight. It's not going to go anywhere. I'm going to go ahead and trim off the tail piece like so. The wire came from BB Craft, and I am going to actually go ahead and put all 3 wires on just so that they're out of my way. One. And I won't keep you while I do this so that this video is not really long. So I'll pause you for a moment. Okay, so I have all 3 of them on, and they're really close. So what I did was the middle one I have farther away from the center than the rest of them. And I kind of want that middle one to be mostly seed beads. I do need to get more of them out. I really love that rainbow effect on those seed beads. It is so pretty, that little peacock rainbow effect. I just love it. And I think I'm going to do that middle one first. I may take that one off. It depends on how the whole piece ends up laying. When we get going. So I'm going to start out by just picking up a whole bunch of seed beads. Because this middle one's going to be very minimal on what I want to put on it. And I'm just going to get this started. So I want to do about maybe 1/3 of what is going to be on this. So I'm going to say somewhere around there. I'm going to go ahead and clip this. Not clip my finger. So somewhere around there. And then I'm always going to put like 2 or 3 of the seed beads on each end, because you don't want them to be too close together. Make sure you guys are down here where I'm working. And then I think I'm going to start this one on a purple and green, gold, green, purple, and then go into some seed beads. Purple, green, purple. And then put a few more seed beads. Like so. And the other side again, we'll start off with some seed beads to get it away from all of the combining areas there where they all conjoin. I think this one I'll go the green, purple, green, purple, green. I like that. And you're going to hear some garage noise because Alan is going to be working on a truck. And by truck, I mean like a semi-truck. So you're going to hear compressors. You're going to hear all kinds of noise. I like that. And I think we're going to go maybe green and gold. And just mix it all up. Like so. And I think we'll stop here. We'll combine these at this point. I'm not worried about whether or not they're the same length or anything like that, but I'm going to go ahead and combine the center pieces together. So here's the center. I do know I want to dangle this north, south, east, and west. I want to put this, we're going to have our clasp, and it's going to be fastened with this. I need this to fasten this on, and I need this to clasp into. But what I think we'll do, I don't know, I might fasten this right off from one of the mountains. I think that's what we'll do. So let's go ahead and build our center focal so that it's done, and then we can actually do some measuring and get this put together, sort of. So there is this piece, and we can put the center focal on this piece on towards the end. I do want to make sure that is closed all the way. So this entire center focal takes up if I had the spaces there, 2.5 inches. So if I want to make this a 6.5 inches, this can only be about 4 inches, roughly, give or take. All right, so I want to work on my center one. I'm going to get that out of our way. I think I'm going to pick up a gold, do a couple of these, pick up my purple. I had to look and make sure I was still filming. Pick up a green. I think what I'll do is undo that. Green, purple, green. Couple more seed beads. A purple. Couple more seed beads. A gold. Well, let's get a skinnier gold. And then I will just add seed beads on. And I will tell you, you're probably going to hear some cussing. It is what it is. This is a working garage. He's finally done, for the most part, helping his dad with that truck and all that. So let's see where we're at. Gonna need a little more. So I guess we need to back this up, and I like the way that looked, but we need more. We need a lot more. I should have measured that before we got done. So I'm going to play with this part. And I will bring you guys back when I get this at the kind of the area we need to be at. Okay, so I have my outside one at 4 inches from the bead, because that's where I measured from. I measured from the farthest bead away. So I have about 2 inches here, a little less. So I'm going to just continue to bead a bunch of these seed beads on. And then I'm going to reverse pattern what I have. This one I don't like the way it looks. It's kind of not really a seed bead. And these seed beads are not uniform, so you really you know, not really want to say this is exactly what it's going to turn out, because they're not going to. They're a little bit different size. They're not uniform. So, you know. And the only time I'm keeping sort of a specific count is where they are between beads. Like here where I have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we can lay this up here. And that is way, way, way off. So I will again adjust this, add seed beads probably through here, and go accordingly. Okay, so I have adjusted those 2 strands and they are complete. And I am getting ready to do this strand, which is right here, about a third of the way through. And I'm just going to pick up, I don't know, probably a few more seed beads. This entire bracelet is based off from the purple. I really love it. I like that purple color. And I'm just going to kind of, well, maybe I'll back up just a couple and then put the purple on just to kind of not having lay right up against that purple. I think I'll take one more off just to give it a better lay. And then put a bunch of seed beads on. And of course, if I decide to put on more purples, I can, or whatever. But I think this one will be a little more minimal on the beads in the center. I think I'll take one off, put on my purple, and then I'm going to go and get some more purple out. I think I'm going to need 2 more purples all. There's 1 and 2. I just want to verify that we are ready to do our green, gold, green, and then put on a bunch of the seed beads, which I'll have to get more of them out also. It's amazing how when I'm doing this and I'm lining them all up, it's like, well, they should match. They should. But when I go to do this, it's like off kilter because this has got a pattern. This has got a pattern. But when I go to do this pattern, it's different. Does that make any sense? But it is. Maybe I need to just put these a little closer together. Be right back. Okay, so I just had to make that one tiny little adjustment to get them all to lay perfectly still. Now, when we go to put this onto this side over here, we need to be mindful of doing them so that we're putting them on in order, meaning this one goes on first and then the one in the middle goes in the middle, the one, you know, so on and so forth. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up my first crimp tube, crimp stop it bead, I'm going to make sure my mountain is aimed the direction they need to be, come around, go through the loop, bring it through just like in the other bracelet, through that crimp stop it bead, bring it out, and I'm going to bring it all the way down. I'm going to remember to give myself plenty of room to maneuver. And push my stop it bead and then pull my beads up. Now this one's a little fiddly because that is kind of a rough edge on these laser cuts, so I'm going to gently work my wire through there. It's not going to cut it, it's just my wire is not wanting to slide smoothly through those little cutout mountains. So I'm going to gently pull it through. Like so. I want to make sure that it is all nice and snug, but it's still got plenty of room to wiggle. I'm going to struggle with my crimp with pliers, put it in there, make sure they're standing up and down, lined up, which it's not, and press. I am not lined up. Pull it out here and press the rest of the way. And I broke one of my little glass beads. Oh, I'm so sad. I was kind of like, did I just do that? I did. I certainly did. But that's okay. I'm glad I have the colored wire. So be real careful you're not catching that glass bead like I just did. Because it's sad when you do. Clip your wire short. Now we're going to do the middle one. I'm going to make sure I have the one in the middle, which is this one right here. And I'm going to do likewise, put him back in the clip. Of course, I can always, undo that at the end and redo them if they twist. The struggle sometimes is real with these. Let me clip this end. Okay, come on, little dude. First, I want you to lay right. I know you've twisted around a lot. There we go. Now we can bring it around. Shake our beads down. Pick up our crimp. This is the middle one, so we're going to want to be stepping away from it. That be right on top. Through the crimp bead. I just want the crib bead. Thank you. There we go. I just want to make sure all my beads are down where they need to be. We are keeping this one farther away from our focal because we want them to lay offset. I'm going to hold that. I'm going to tell myself I'm not going to kill another bead. Now I'm second guessing where my pliers are. There we go. Much better. Now we can clip and get that wire out of the way. We have 2 of the 3 strands on. They lay so nicely together. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to do the 3rd strand off video so that you don't have to watch me struggle. Okay, so I have all 3 strands on the bracelet. I really like how they look. They're just going to go however they want. They're going to crisscross. They're going to do what they want. It really looks nice. I like how they're doing that. Really pretty. I like the colors. And we're going to fasten our charm. I think we're going to fasten it right to the mountain itself. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're just using a 4mm jump ring. I'm going to grab my charm and I'm going to put it right through, right here on the mountain cutout. And we're going to close it. We're going to make sure that this is closed good. Awesome. And of course, make sure it's going frontwards, and it's not. I just thought about that as I closed it. I was like, did I put that on there right? Nope, I sure didn't. So let's turn that around. There it is. I thought I was at it. Come on, I know it's right there. I see the split. Why are you not opening? There we go. Open it, turn it around. There we go. Now we can close it. I want to get a hold of it better because I can see that it's not really closed. And I just want to turn it just a little farther. Much better. So there is the bracelet. I love that bracelet. Now let's get the Mountain Charms earrings. And they're very simple, guys. We're just going to be putting them on ear wires. And we're just going to open it. And we're going to put them on, whoops, wrong way. All of my information is in the comments below, in the description box rather. I have been kind of, I don't know what's happened, but I used to have a pinned comment or, you know, in my where all I had to do was copy and paste the pinned comment that had all my information, and it has disappeared. And yeah, so I've been like copying and pasting, and all my information's not there. So I'm very sorry. I'm gonna try to fix that and get it all right. But here is the bracelet. I love it. It is so cute. I love the mountains. I love that charm. And by the time I put everything together, let's go ahead and measure this. Because it looks like it's close to 7 inches. Nope, it stayed right at, there's 6. So just under 6.5 inches. So that's not bad, guys, because this can easily add a couple of jump rings, which I can show you how easily you do this. Because I know that, you know, 6 3/8 is going to be kind of small. I'm going to add one more jump ring, and it'll be at like a little more than 6.5, which is where everybody's going to want it to be. Well, most people. I made a lot of adjustments to jewelry. One to make it bigger, and 4 to make them, well, 3 to make it smaller. It was a lady bought 4 pieces. So we're just going to do that. And get my fingers to work, guys. Honestly. Just like that, I've made it bigger. Very pretty. I love it. All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I'll talk to all of you guys down in the comments below. Bye, everybody.